All right, Les, I'm going to sneak in a quickie sound check here between quarters of the JV game. 10-4, Vandegrift on top. Freshman A squad dropped a heartbreaker earlier tonight, 40-39. So let me know how I sound, if the crowd needs to come up or down at all. I just have crowd mic right now for the JV contest, so it'll probably have to come down. So just let me know. Mic one good. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to have John Hatch doing color tonight or not. I've got a headset here, so it's standing by. Let me tap it real quick. Yeah, it's getting the signal, so. Yeah, I'll bring the crowd down when I'm actually doing play-by-play. So the crowd will actually be more like this. So let me know if this sounds any better. As we get ready to start the second quarter, 10-4, Vipers on top, doing an audio check in the JV contest.
yourself. Hey, I figure I'll join you for the pregame and then halftime. Will that work for you? Yeah, whatever you want to do. Let's not talk about it. Sounds good. All right, thanks.
I like the fact that his background is defense. I think that will keep him in a lot of games. And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the season premiere of Vandegrift Vipers basketball here on the Vype Live Network. My name is Merle Bertrand, joined tonight on the pregame and the halftime by longtime Viper fan, longtime Viper parent, Mr. John Hatch. John, good to see you again, and it's a basketball season here.
Yeah, good to see you too, Merle. Yeah, very excited for the season. This will be my last with a kid in the program, so it's gonna be a little bittersweet, but I'm excited for a new year.
Well, you know, we were talking about a little bit before we actually went on the air. It's kind of an interesting time. You're going to come in and you're going to see that transition for the first time since the school opened. The new head coach here in charge of the Vandegrift boys basketball program, Coach Cliff Ellis, moving on over to Glenn to take over the golf program there. And Jaime Serra coming in from San Marcos and played basketball down in San Antonio. And to start a new era here for Viper basketball.
Yeah, so far so good. I've been very impressed with just his handling of the boys. They've done some good team bonding exercises. He took the seniors all out for dinner one night. He had a lock-in with the varsity to get these guys kind of bonding as a team. So It's just good. He's just seen new ideas coming in, and I think you'll see there's a pretty big difference in the style of play on the floor as well. Opening game on Saturday against Brandeis from San Antonio. They're projected to be a playoff team in 6A this year, and we handled our business. We beat them 47-36, I believe. So there's a lot of energy with Coach Sierra's style of play. It's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be a really exciting product to see, win or lose. They're going to be hitting the floor a lot. You'll see that.
Well, so happy to be back out here. Didn't really get a chance to do this in the past couple of years, but to come out here and do the home opener for the Vandegrift Vipers. And a nice crowd in hand. That's something that I know that Coach Sierra was working on, and you and the Booster Club were working on, and try to get some bodies back out here in the stands. Of course, 2020, that was awful with COVID going on, and I think there was a little bit of a hangover from that last year. So good to see some bodies here tonight, John.
Yeah, we're hoping to get some crowds back in here. And, again, that's, if you put a competitive team on the floor, I think the kids will come out and watch, and even the adults, So, I I'm contemplating my post-retirement days, and I think I'll be here on Tuesdays and Friday nights to see these guys because, like I said, you'll see, it's a fun, energetic way of playing. They play tough, hard-nosed defense. And Coach Sierra said at the parent meeting, he said, I can't promise you any wins, but I can promise you no one's going to hustle more than our team in the state. And so far, I think we're seeing that on the floor.
We saw it in the earlier games. If you were with us, I didn't have the freshman game up. I was streaming the JV game. The freshmen dropped a 40-39 heartbreaker. The JV got out to a 10-2 lead, then gave up 20 unanswered points. And I think when you got here, they were down by like 15 or something like that. They came back and pulled it within 3 and just kind of ran out of gas. But to your point, they never gave up. They kept fighting and got themselves right back in that basketball game.
Yeah, it's hard to come back from that far down. Yeah. You just there's so much energy to get, and it's just hard to get over the hump. But yeah, and that's I feel like that's it's basketball, right? You're never really out of it unless you decide you're out of it. And I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of a change in just sort of the mentality and the cockiness. Like I just kind of see it like there's an expectation that, hey, we'll be down in games, but we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
It's it's a 32-minute game, and we've got time to come back.
We are back to start this new era here of Vandegrift Vipers basketball. You are listening to watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Broadcast Network.
Texas Malibu is your exclusive dealer for the world's #1 water sports towboats, Malibu. Now with locations in Austin and Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, we cover all of Central Texas. Come see the enthusiasts at Texas Malibu in Austin or Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, or give them a call, 512-244-9777, or visit them online, texasmalibu.com. That's 512-244-9777. Then get on the water with your crew and make memories that'll last a lifetime. When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the Vandegrift community. Independence is also the Austin business.
All right, we are back. Sorry about that. The internet, as soon as we went on the air, of course, has been solid for the past hour and a half, and it just decided it was going to drop out on us. Well, John, it's about under a minute to go now here in the first, before we get ready to the opening tip-off. What are your thoughts here real quick?
Yeah, just be interesting to see. I think Austin High is going to play 1-3-1 zone against them, and we've been seeing them against man-to-man, so I'm very curious to see how we handle the zone. And I'm just hoping that they come out and play like they can play. I think they're very capable of winning a lot of games this year, so we'll see.
Well, we're about to find out, and we will see you again at halftime.
Okay, Merle, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Mr. John Hatch kind enough to join us here on the pregame. And again, sorry about the internet drop. I think we got it back, and trying to set up on the school Wi-Fi as a backup. So that's always a problem with the basketball games inside the gyms. You just never quite know what you're going to get here. But so far, so good. And we'll turn it over to the PA for our national anthem.
We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time
so there you have your starting lineup tonight for both clubs. For the Austin High Maroons, it is Graham O'Shea, John Torres, Samir Kassam, Liam Belode, and Lucas Miller. For the Vandegrift Vipers, Charlie Hash, Nico Otero, Mason Anderson, Adam Overhauser, and Mark Fletcher, the starting five tonight as we get ready to break in the Viper pit for the first time in 2022-23. Merle Bertrand here with you from Vype. And a warm-up broadcast for us, so there might be some kinks and stuff to work out. Flying solo here, so running the camera, producing and doing play-by-play. Thanks to Wes Cleary, our QA, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast. Vipers tipping off, going from right to left in the home whites with the black numerals and trim. Vipers in block lettering across the front. Austin High in the maroon and white. They control the tip-off left to right, and we're underway from the Viper pit. And the Vipers coming out in an aggressive defense. The pass at the free throw line, the runner off the glass, up and no good. The rebound pulled down by Adam Overhauser. Dribble drive at the free throw line. Reversing field, now giving ground. Looking for Otero, and out there, back out on top they go. This is Charlie Hatch with it. Dribble drive, right side, underhand, scoop shot up, no good. The rebound lost out of bounds, and it should stay with the Vipers, and it will. Just underway, first quarter of our first broadcast. There's a shot from the right side from Otero off the back of the iron. No good. The rebound tipped around and controlled by the Maroons. Here comes Austin High right to left. Underhand scoop shot no good. The rebound pulled down by Overhauser, and a foul going to be called here on the Vipers. Going to be called on Nico Otero. That is his first. And at the free throw line for Austin High, I believe this is Samir Kassam. First one is up and good. And Austin High draws first blood. When you haven't done basketball in 9 months, it takes a while to come back. How to do the scoring book again, how to update the scoreboard, the pace of the game, getting used to the new guys. As Kassam hits them both, it's 2-0. And that ball deflected out of bounds, and it'll be turned over to Austin High. 2-0 Maroons just underway here in the home opener of the 2022 season. Both teams coming in here at 1-0. Vipers defeating Brandeis 47-36, as John mentioned, from Concordia last weekend. And Austin High all over. That's an offensive foul. Offensive foul going to be called on Graham O'Shea, and I think it was Overhauser that took it. Austin High all over Crockett, 53-17. In their season opener. So a couple of 1-0 teams here going at it tonight at the Viper Pit. Launching the new era of Viper basketball. We certainly wish Coach Ellis the best. Man, what a guy. Building the program up for scratch here. Talk about that a little bit more at the end of the first quarter. Pass here to the near side. Anderson gets it over. How's a good pass down low. And the shot from Hatch is up and good. And that'll count the bucket. Charlie Hatch with the first field goal of the season. And the foul called on Kassam, I believe. That is his first. 2-2 ball game. And Charlie Hatch trying to give the Vipers their first lead of the night. And does. So 3-2 Vandegrift. On the left side, now on top. Vipers in the man-to-man defense. Kassam with it. Cross-court pass over on the top of the key. Driving. Out on top. Near side Kassam off the screen. Out on top over in the far wing. Good defense and poked away and stolen. Overhauser left-hand side up and in. Adam Overhauser with the steal. And the bucket on the breakaway. Vandegrift up by 3, 5-2. Great crowd on hand. The home side of the gym, a little over half full on a Tuesday night with a lot of other stuff going on and a cool night outside. Long shot for three, the top of the key and drains it. That one knocked down by Graham O'Shea. Puts the visitors back on top, 6 for 5-5. We're tied. Hand it off to Mason Anderson. Shot for three by Otero from the corner off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by Austin High. Across the free throw line, Hassan. Bounce pass. And that is going to be a reach-in foul here called on the Vipers. Call that one on Mark Fletcher. That'll be his first. 4:56 to go, first quarter, all knotted up 5 apiece. Out on top to Lucas Miller. He's a big man. And the give and go, intercepted. Intercepted by Mason Anderson. Here come the Vipers right to left. Hatch pushing up the court. Top of the free throw line. Will pop from the free throw line. Off the iron, short. Rebound pulled down by Austin High. Trapped across the timeline. Give and go left side. Kassam with it. Now down low in the left post. And the little runner up, no good. Rebound stripped away and controlled by the Vipers. Good rebound there by Mason Anderson. Anderson with it across the strime. Splits the defense off the glass and in. Mason Anderson coast to coast. Vipers reclaim the lead 7-5. Double drive right side, cross court over on the far wing. Out on top, thought about three, pulls it down, now attacks. And a lot of traffic and a blocking foul going to be called here on the Vipers. We'll see which one. They're going to call that one on Mark Fletcher. That's 2 on Fletcher, the junior. Otero and Overhauser come out. Checking in, number 0, Ashir Kawaha. I got to double check the pronunciation on that name. I apologize. I'll get that down before next time. Shot for 3 from the far side. Rattled around and drops in from Liam Belode. And it's 8-7 Austin High. Also in the ballgame with the basketball right now is Joey Petruccelli. Near corner for Hatch. Drains it! Charlie Hatch with the 3. Vipers in double digits now, 10-8. And traveling the call, take the points off the board. And the basketball will go back to the Vipers with 3:25 to go here in the first quarter. Legend Durst checking in, number 23 for Austin High. Hatch with it. He'll bring it across the half-court stripe, gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher, give and go with a Hatch. Off the glass, no good. Battling for his rebound, gets his own rebound, goes up strong, off the glass again. The follow-up, no good. But we're going to get a foul here called on Austin High. Looks like that was called on big number 53. That is Weston Borch, who just checked in, his first foul. And that'll send Charlie Hatch to the free throw line to shoot 2. Cleaned off the rim and dropped in. Cleaner that time, nothing but the bottom of the net, and Charlie Hatch hits them both to give Vandegrift a 4-point lead just sent away. Emails open, by the way, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Voice of the Vipers, all one word plural, at gmail.com. Give me an email and let us know where you tuned in from. And that ball poked away and unable to save it. Good hands there, though, by Kawaha. And Gillespie will bring a crowd mic up. Nearly over and back, but not called. Pass along here to the near side. 2:46 to go. Vipers by 4. Poked out of from behind by Charlie Hatch. Good hands there. And Mason Anderson going to check back in, the senior. He comes in for Hatch. He gets a well-deserved round of applause so far in the ballgame. 8 points for Charlie Hatch. Give and go. Shot blocked. And ripped out of there by Petruccelli with the block and the board. Dribble drive left side. Anderson for 3 left side. Rattled out, no good, but the rebound tipped to control by Austin High. As Gus Collins is checked in, number 3 for Vandegrift. Over on the far wing. Being harassed by Kawaha. Out on top. And a foul going to be called here on Anderson. That'll be his first, team 4th. With 2:13 to go here in this opening quarter. Having trouble getting it in, but just do get it in time. Over on the far side. Out on top now, swinging to the near side. Down to the corner. Cut off nicely by Collins. Collins still doing work. Triple drive, triple team ball poked away, and a blocking foul going to be called here on the Vipers. They might get Collins with it. No, I think they call Anderson. That's 2 on Mason. That's a big second foul right there. They don't have the scoreboard up with all the team players and the fouls, but he's coming out, so that's a pretty good sign. Inbound out on top. Over on the left side now. Far side. Kawaha harassing him. Top of the key now. Out on top. They'll swing it over to Azell. In the paint. The runner no good, and a foul going to be called here on the Vipers. This will be a 2-shot foul. And they're going to get Gus Collins with that one. So it'll be 2 free throws coming up here for Legend Durst. First free throw off the iron and no good. Five and 15 coming in for Austin High. That's Dylan Bubrava and Graham O'Shea. O'Shea a starter. Second free throw is good from Durst. That trims the Viper lead to 3 at 12-9. Patch back in the game. On the attack right side, Petrocelli hands it off to Kawaha. Swings it over to Collins. Over in the far corner and out to Otero. Back on top, Petrocelli. Hands it off Collins, who got away with the carry. Nice pass down low, the reverse layup up and in. Nice pass by Gus Collins to find Nico Otero cutting backside of the hoop. Got to get back up by 5, 14-9. Dribble drive, split in the defense, and a wild floater up and in from Legend Durst. No foul called. 14-11. Petrocelli with it. Under a minute to go. Gets it over to Collins. Collins top of the key. Swings it over to Otero for 3. Drains it! Nico Otero coming alive at the 3. Vipers lead 17-11. Double team trap. Handoff on the right side. 25 seconds to go. Runner up short. Rebound pulled down by Collins. Gets it over to Kawaha. Over on the far wing to Hatch. Hatch to pull up a 3 right side. Off the iron short. Rebound pulled down by Austin High. Collins harassing him. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Across the timeline. Left side. Over for 3. Short. Rebound. Otero. Long outlet pass to Hatch. If he can catch it. He's not going to be able to catch it. They poke it out of bounds. And that is going to be the end of a back and forth first quarter with the score at the end of 1. Vandegrift 17. Austin High 11. We'll take a break. Be back for quarter number 2. You are watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
Considering buying, selling, or leasing property in the Austin area? Kim Krant Allison, realtor with Caldwell Banker Realty, has been in Austin for over 25 years and is a 4 Points area resident, proud Vandegrift parent, and supporter of Viper football. Whether you'd like to learn what your home might sell for, purchase a vacation home, or invest in real estate, Kim is the perfect partner to help you achieve your goals. Contact Kim Krant Allison at cbrealty.com or visit kimsellsatx.com today. Kim Krant Allison, realtor with Caldwell Banker Realty.
Goldman Law Group has officially teamed up with West Webb to continue to provide local legal counsel, now with the support and expertise of West Webb's 40 years of service across Texas. Your decisions, planning, and legal counsel impact those who depend on you. The offices of Goldman Law and West Webb Law understand the team you assemble today will frame your future. Austin and surrounding communities can continue to access trusted legal advice for will and trust-based planning, business transactions, commercial disputes, and more, all at westwebb.law.
Welcome back to the Viper Pit at the campus of Vandegrift High School. Merle Bertrand here flying solo. Les Clary, our QA, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast, making sure that we are looking and sounding as good as we possibly can. As we get ready for quarter number 2 here, Vipers up 17-11. Viper basketball coming from right to left. Bounce pass, ball kicked away, and got our first email of the season from Catherine Anderson. Said, we are tuning in from Pearland, Texas. Mason's Mimi and cousin Elena. Go Vipers. Thank you very much, Catherine. The first email of 2022-2023 for Viper basketball here on voicesofthevipers@gmail.com. Hope you will forgive me as I shake off some of the cobwebs. Hand off right side. Driving. Cut off on the baseline. Back to Otero. He thought about 3, pulls it down. Now he picks up his dribble, turnaround jumper. Nice bank shot by Nico Otero. Gathered himself up nicely. Austin High on the attack west side. Now cut off. Back on top they go. Dribble drive right side. Cut off. Back to the top of the key. 4-3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Overhauser. Hands it off to Hatch. In the corner. Fletcher. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Vandegrift. 7 minutes to go first half. Vipers with their biggest lead of the night at 19-11. Kawaha to inbound it. In the Hatch. Hatch. Top of the key to Overhauser. To Otero, back down to the baseline. Overhauser with it. Out on top, Kawaha. Cut off. We'll back it back out and reset it. Still with the dribble. Kicks it over far side. Otero for 3 from way downtown off the iron short. But crashing the board backside is Overhauser to save the possession. Gets it to Hatch in the baseline. Looking for the backdoor cut. It's not there. And a good backdoor pass that time to find Adam Overhauser. And the Vipers lead it by 10. Timeout, Austin High. We will keep it here. And we'll give you a good look at the new head coach here of the Vandegrift Vipers. There he is right there, Jaime Serrera. Coming up here from San Marcos. Played his basketball down in San Antonio. Defensive-minded coach. And he's got these guys off to a good start here through the first game and a quarter, up 21-11. But again, thank you and kudos to Coach Cliff Ellis again for building the program up from scratch here. A lot of new Viper fans don't know this. We used to be K-Max Sports before Vype Media acquired K-Max back in 2018. The very first Viper broadcast of all time was in the playoffs. Coach Ellis's Vipers, just freshmen and sophomores at the time back in 2009 against, I think it was West High School as a 3A squad. So built the program up from that. Good playoff runs both before and during the Greg Brown era. And hopefully he's tuning in out there. He'll get a chance to check out some Viper basketball, the program he helped build here. Coach Herrera in command now. He's got his team up to a 10-point lead, 21-11 with 6:14 to go. Dribble drive right side. Kicks it over on the left wing. Long shot for 3 from way downtown and hit it. Nice bucket by Samir Kassam to stop the bleeding for his Maroons. 21-14. Over on the far side, Kawaha gets it over here to the near side to Fletcher. Back to Kawaha. Thought about 3, pulled it down, and what do we got? Timeout. Timeout going to be taken by Vandegrift. So timeout in the court. Let's take it with them. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on Vype Live. Welcome back to the Viper Pit of the campus of Vandegrift High School. Merle Bertrand here, flying solo to kick off the 2022-23 broadcast season. Our next broadcast for Viper basketball will be 2 weeks from tonight, as the Vipers will take on Dripping Springs here in this court. And then we will be with you through all the district games and on into the playoffs, we hope, here on the Vype Live Network. Well, not so much playoffs. We don't know about that with the new deal in place between the UIL and the NFHS. We'll take that as it comes. Let's get there first. So here he goes. 5:46 to go first half. Vipers lead by 7. Kyle Towers is checked in the game, number 4. And that ball stolen away by Austin High. Also in the game, number 35. And I don't have a 35 on my roster that Coach gave me, so we'll have to track that down before next time. This is opening games of 4. There's a wild shot off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Towers. And here comes Fletcher across the timeline with it. Top of the key to 35. I'll see if I can track that information down at halftime. And a shot off the glass, up no good. The rebound pulled down by Austin High. Here come the Maroons left to right. Right with the pass near side. Good give and go down to the baseline, but cut off nicely and intercepted. Stolen by Fletcher. Fletcher still with it. Left side goes up, lays it off the glass and in. Mark Fletcher with the steal, goes coast to coast. Nudges the lead back up to 9 for Vandegrift, 23-14. Near side for 3, off the iron, no good. The rebound tipped up and controlled by Towers. He's come in and made an impact off the board. Lost it out of bounds. Hatch lost the handle. He was hit from behind, but no foul called. And the ball will go back to the Austin High Maroons with 4:32 to go here in this first half. Maroons with it. Kawaha playing good defense and now cut off in the lane. Now back on top they go. Spin, nothing doing. Almost a travel over on the far side. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Yes, sir. Legendary is trying to make a move to the hoop, lower the shoulder, and gets flagged for the offensive foul. Caleb Bricks, I just didn't write it down. He gave it to me. Caleb Bricks is number 35. I wrote it down as 33. So apologies to Coach. Operator error. Number 35, Caleb Bricks in the ball game, out on top of the Hatch. Back over to Fletcher. Fletcher has the ball batted up in the air and stolen by Austin High. Here come the Maroons. Give and go. Ball deflected away. Nice job by Fletcher to get a hand in there and poke that one out of bounds as they tried to find the backdoor cut. And 3:52 to go here in this first half. Email address again, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Thank you again to Catherine Anderson for getting things started tonight. The inbound pass, out on top they go. Out on top. Mitchell with it. And the floater up and in from Ian Mitchell, his first points of the night. Pulls his squad back within 7 at 23-16. Over to Hatch. Hatch to Otero on the far side. Back to Hatch. 3:27 to go. Little keep away here. Fletcher with it. Alley-oop to Otero. No good. Nice idea. Had no idea Otero could do that. We'll keep an eye on that as the season wears on. Almost stolen away by Fletcher. And the shot give and go up and in from Durst. Austin High back within 5 at 23-18. Fletcher across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Otero. Behind the back pass, and that ball poked away by Austin High. The Vipers being a little careless with the basketball right now, and it's helping the Maroons crawl back into this thing. They're down by 5. Long shot for 3. Rattled out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hatch. Could have been over the back called on Austin High, but wasn't. Hatch still with the dribble drive. Dishes over the right side. Now in the corner, Otero with the head fake. Now he'll see up at 3. Misses everything, but the rebound pulled down. Shot put up and blocked. And give and go. Fletcher up and in off the nice pass by Adam Overhauser. Unselfish basketball right there. And it turns into 2 Viper points, 25-18 with 2:17 to go. On the far wing, Otero playing the defense. Durst over on the far corner. In the paint, cut off nicely. Cross-court pass, right side for 3. Off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by Hatch. Gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher across the timeline. Under 2 minutes to go. Oh, drug the foot, no call. Kawaha down low in the right post. Now back on top. The flower intercepted by Austin High. Got to take care of the basketball. Out on top to go to Torres. Give and go right side. That's got to be an offensive foul. It will be taking the charge. Bravely was Adam Overhauser. Because big number 53, Weston Borch, is a big young man. Overhauser takes the charge. And the ball will go back to Vandegrift here with 1:34 to go. Petrocelli checking back in. Anderson back in. Vipers lead by 7 with the basketball. 90 ticks left here in this first half. Anderson with it. Bounce pass, Otero. Deflected again and again, forcing a pass. Got lucky to maintain possession that time. 1:25 left. Anderson out on top to Fletcher. Back to Anderson. At the free throw line. Ball deflected, but tracked down by Otero. And another is trying to throw it through people. You can't do that. Over on the far side. Cut off nicely by Otero. Over on the far side to Durst. At the free throw line, the floater up, no good. The rebound pulled down by Austin High. They'll get it back out. Almost throw it away, but they get it back. And almost poked away by Anderson, but they maintain possession. Over on the far side, jump shot baseline, no good. Rebound pulled down by Otero, and that's going to be a foul finally called on Legend Durst. That'll be 2 on him. That should be 6th foul on Austin High. 16 fouls apiece. 7 puts you in the bonus. 51.4 seconds left. Hatch comes in for Collins. Hands it off to Fletcher. Fletcher across the timeline, 45 seconds. Otero. Good backdoor pass to Hatch. Ball poked away from behind and stolen by Austin High. Not so much poked away, but blocked against the backboard. Nice defense, nice recovery by the Maroons. Left side, Durst, turnaround jumper. Misses everything, rebound pulled on by Hatch. Still got time, 25 seconds. Outlet pass on the lease. Anderson over on the far side, Otero in the corner. Back to Otero, 20 seconds. Free throw line. Anderson, corner, Hatch, 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Austin High. Ball poked away, however, by Hatch. Austin High gets it back. 7 seconds. Durst, top of the key. Cut off nicely by Anderson. Ball poked away, 2 seconds. They're not going to get a shot off. They do get a wild shot off, and it's no good, and that is how the first half is going to come to an end. So the Vipers turning up the screws on defense will take a 7-point lead here, 25-18 at the half. So we'll take a break and be back. John Hatch will probably be joining us here. We'll take a break and be right back. You are watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
Yard. When good news comes your way, skip the card and stake the yard. It's the easiest way to decorate for any celebration. We do all the work for you. Book your order online and we'll set up the surprise and take down the decorations afterwards. Grand opening, anniversary, or any special occasion. Card My Yard. 95 franchises throughout the U.S. Now a proud sponsor of your school. Visit cardmyyard.com today.
If you or your Vandegrift athlete have suffered an orthopedic injury or have joint pain, let Dr. Matthew Crawford and his team at Austin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine take care of you. Dr. Crawford specializes in diagnosis and treatment of sports-related injuries with an emphasis on injury prevention and conservative treatments. He and his team offer cutting-edge arthroscopic and minimally invasive surgical techniques. Visit them today at austin-orthopedics.com. Let Austin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine keep you at the top of your game.
And welcome back to the Viper Pit, and John Hatch has joined us at halftime, and boy, what a half of basketball, 25-18. You can see the defense being, the screws being turned on defense to hold a team like Austin High, a lot of big, tall guys with only 18 points.
Yeah, it's a balancing act because they tend to draw a lot of fouls,
right?
But they managed to pull back. Like, I thought we were going to put them in the bonus like halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
And we managed not to send them to the line at all for 1-1. But, it's a hyper-aggressive defense. And, it seems to be doing the job, holding them to 18 points. We should be doing a better job protecting the ball. Against that 1-3-1, we were, I think,
a lot of throwing through people instead of around people.
I think there were 5 possessions where 4 of them we turned it over.
Right.
I mean, it's okay to miss a shot, but you got to get a shot.
Yeah.
And you just can't afford to be just giving away possessions like that. So hopefully they'll adjust to that over the halftime and come out with a little bit better strategy against that.
The other thing I liked, I think they took, 3 charges against some pretty big dudes coming in there at pretty good speed. So a lot of courage displayed by the Viper defense.
And, I think that's part of how the defense is designed. That they want these guys channeling them to the lane, and then there's always a help defender guy just sitting there. And I think it's capitalizing, and you've seen it over the years as well. It just seems like refs are more inclined to call those offensive fouls than they ever were before.
Right.
And so we're definitely taking advantage of that, and we've been seeing that through the fall season. They played a little fall league, and you can see that it's sort of by design.
Right.
Channel your guy in there, kind of blind, and then he's going to come around the corner, and he's just going to run smack dab into a brick wall like Adam Overhauser. I think Mark Fletcher drew a couple, and I think Adam drew at least one. So it's working by design, I think.
Unlike football, you don't have the illegal blindside block. If you draw the charge because he's not looking, that's on him, right?
Exactly.
Scoring numbers look like this. These are incredibly unofficial, but I've got for Austin High 5 points apiece for Legend Durst and Samir Kassam, 3 points apiece for Liam Belode and Weston Ezel. Or check that, Graham O'Shea, and the 2 points for Ian Mitchell for the Vipers. It is Charlie Hess leading all scores tonight with 8 points, 7 points for Nico Otero, 4 points apiece for Adam Overhauser and Mark Fletcher, and 2 points apiece for Mason Anderson. I like the ball movement. I like the fact that the Vipers have a lot of good shooters from downtown, and I had no idea that Nico Otero could jump like that. I came out of my seat when they tried that alley-oop.
Yeah, he's got some ups, and he's got long arms. That's what I said. We don't have any great height, but those 4 guards, they can all get up. They all got long arms, and they're all smart with the ball. Although I have to say, boy, we got to stop turning it over against that zone. That's one of the things I think that has to be true for this team, right? If they're not going to get a lot of offensive rebounds because they don't have any big muscle down low, they can't just be giving away possessions.
Right.
And with 4 guards out there at any given time, which is pretty much what it is, you just can't be turning it over like that. It's got to be cleaned up, in order to win games. And if you would clean that up, we would be sitting at 29. Fairly, we'd be sitting at 29 right now.
One of the things I wanted to ask you in the pregame before the internet kind of knocked us off the air for a minute or two was, in years past, we've seen a lot of starters, a lot of football guys that the team is kind of waiting on and kind of building that chemistry. Obviously, a new head coach here, so that kind of changes things up. But I don't see a lot of football guys on this roster, so is this unit going to be pretty cohesive, you think, going forward? Kind of a head start in that department this year.
Yeah, and I think that's just kind of declined over the years as well. It just seems like, people are recognizing it's hard to do both sports.
Right.
And there were a few, I think we're going to get Damian, the monster defensive end. He'll be coming. I think Braden Agnew is trying out again. And I think Zay, I don't know Zay's last name. He was on JV last year. I think I think he's planning on coming out after the playoffs are over. But it'll be interesting to see how he works them in. But it's not like some past years where,
2 or 3 starters out.
Yeah, I mean, and we haven't had that. I mean, even in the last 2 Greg Brown years, I think you had Reese Watson.
Right.
But like my son Jake's senior year, I don't think there was anybody coming from football that they were relying on at all. And last year, I guess we had Jackson Oliver and Reese Beecham.
Right.
But and hopefully, right. My thing is, the basketball class should be distancing these guys from their football counterparts.
Right.
You're getting in that class every day and you're working basketball-specific skills. You should have an advantage, and I think we're just seeing that evolve over time.
Yeah. Well, any other thoughts here in the first half and get ready for half number 2?
Yeah, I just hope they clean up those turnovers. Just keep playing the same defense. It's it's clear that other that Austin High is sort of struggling to get points. Right. It's like a madcap, and then hopefully the 3 goes. Right. there's not a whole lot of they can relax and just kind of pick their spots. And I don't know if you've noticed that, but I feel like in years past, teams could get open looks from 3 against us all the time. And I don't know what we were doing different then, but I don't think, there's always a hand up, running out, closing out on these guys. And that's a good thing. I think the guys are really hustling. And the question is whether they can keep that stamina. I saw Mason Anderson had 2 fouls in the first half. I think that's why he didn't play a whole lot.
Right.
But he's a key, really key piece, 3-year varsity guy. If we get him going in the second half, along with the rest of these guys, hopefully we'll cruise this second half.
Well, it's a good sign that you built up that 7. It was a 10-point lead at one time with him on the bench for most of the second quarter. That's an encouraging sign in and of itself, I guess.
Yeah, these guys come in with a lot of energy off the bench. I don't think any of those guys were on varsity last year, but they're not backing down at all.
Right.
They come in and they're like shot out of cannon, like the rest of the defense, right? Just go at it. So yeah, hoping for a better second half, but all we need is another second half like the first half.
That'll work. Yeah, by 7. Well, John, appreciate it, and thank you to you and the Booster Club again for having us back. Looking forward to getting started for real and district play, and we'll try to sneak in with another 1 or 2 whenever we can.
Great. Thanks, Merrill.
Mr. John Hatch kind enough to join us here on the pregame and halftime, and proud Viper parent, a number of young men coming through this program. We've got about 2 minutes left till the start of the second half, so we'll take one more quick break and be right back. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
If you or your Vandegrift athlete have suffered an orthopedic injury or have joint pain, let Dr. Matthew Crawford and his team at Austin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine take care of you. Dr. Crawford specializes in diagnosis and treatment of sports-related injuries with an emphasis on injury prevention and conservative treatments. He and his team offer cutting-edge arthroscopic and minimally invasive surgical techniques. Visit them today at austin-orthopedics.com. Let Austin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine keep you at the top of your game.
This is Susan Arant with the Jean Arant Team, Keller Williams Realty. We are proud to sponsor the Horn High School Spotlight, supporting our local high school football teams and all athletes in our community. We also want you to know that our team has been selling real estate all over Austin and Central Texas for the past 20 years. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call Jean Arant and our team today at 512-261-1000 or visit us at austintexasrealestate.com. The Jean Arant Team, changing lives through real estate.
Welcome back to the Viper Pit, high above the campus, or not high above, I'm high above at the Viper Pit on the campus of Vandegrift High School. Merle Bertrand here. Home opener for the Vandegrift Vipers, off to a good start, up 25-18, but a lot of basketball left to be played. Thanks again to Les Clary, our QA, keeping an eye and an ear on our broadcast here on this Tuesday night. We'll be with you 2 weeks from tonight as Dripping Springs comes in here, and then we'll be on the air for all district games in 2022-23. So looking forward to a long season of Viper basketball, hopefully some Viper baseball after that. And of course, football coming up Friday night from Kelly Reeves as the Vipers move on to the area round of the playoffs against the Conference Judson Rockets. We'll have that game for you on the Horn and hornfm.com. We can't do video like we were doing all season long because of the UIL NFHS deal, but we'll be on the radio for you on Friday night. As the second half gets underway, and the pass down low poked away and stolen by the Vipers. Charlie Hatch comes down with the basketball. Across the timeline, driving it right to left. I'll get my scoreboard changed here in just a second. Hands it off to Anderson. It's Hatch, Anderson, Fletcher, Otero, and Overhauser, the starting 5 on the court for the Vipers. Otero, good pass to Overhauser, up, oh, too strong. But the follow-up by Anderson is also too strong. Batting for the rebound and coming down with it is Austin High. A couple of good looks there, couldn't get the shot to fall. Shot off the glass, no good. The follow-up and in. by Lucas Miller. And Austin High draws first blood here in the second half. And hacked it down low before it could get the camera turned down. That's going to be a foul on Austin High. Will send Mason Anderson to the free throw line. Called on number 15. That's Graham O'Shea, his second of the night. First team foul of the second half. And Mason Anderson, who, as John mentioned, sat out most of the first half with 2 fouls, will miss the first free throw. Hits 1 of 2. Gets the Vipers on the board here in the second half. Nudges the lead back up to 6 at 26-20. Across the timeline. Now pass here to the near wing. Cut off. Out on top and almost stolen by the Vipers. Still loose on the court, but the Austin High Maroons get it back in the corner for 3, and that is hit. Graham O'Shea with a 3 from the corner. Halves the lead now, 26-23. Hatch with it. In trouble, and they're going to call a timeout. Timeout going to be taken here by head coach Jaime Sierra as he realized his offense was in trouble. They're coming out a little flat here with 6:29 to go in this third quarter, leading it by 3. Vipers coming off a 14-18, 21-22 campaign, 14-18 overall, just 4-10 in the district. We're in a lot of games, just kind of ran out of gas down the stretch in a lot of them. In Coach Cliff Ellis's last year, the Austin High Maroons coming off a 9-25 season, 3-11 in District 26-6A. Both teams coming into this ball game 1-0 on the very young season. Vipers' next game will be at Cedar Park on Friday in a non-conference or non-district game from the Timberdome. And Austin High will be in action at home Thursday against St. Andrews, the Crusaders, in tournament play. Viper basketball, 6:29 to go, third quarter, up by 3. Anderson gets it in to Fletcher. Fletcher to Overhauser, top of the key. Backdoor cut to Otero. Otero loses the handle and stepped on the baseline. They lose it out of bounds. It'll go back to Austin High with 6:18 to go. So defense looking to get a stop here. Over on the far side, almost an interception by Anderson on the right post. Head fake and got Overhauser up in the air, and he draws the foul. He claps his hands in disgust. He knew it. That's his first. And that'll put Austin High to the free throw line to shoot 2. John Torres at the charity stripe, and the first one is up and away, no good. Missed them both. The rebound pulled down by Overhauser, so no harm, no foul. Over on the far side, this is Hatch in the corner to Anderson. Give and go in the paint to Overhauser. Up and in. Beautiful ball movement there by the Vipers. (28-23). Back on top of the key. 4-3 jump shot. That's going to miss everything. Air ball. Rebound pulled down by Otero. What did they call? They called a foul on Overhauser? It sure looks like it. Wow. That is 2 on Adam, and the ball will stay with Austin High. I sure didn't see much. Lob it in out on top. Head fake. 4-3, top of the key. Rimmed out, no good. The rebound pulled down by Mason Anderson. Anderson pushed it up across the timeline, across the Viper emblem at half court. Still with the dribble. Taking it coast to coast, up and in. Well, if you don't stop him, he'll take it there. 30-23, nudges the lead back up to 7 over on the far wing. Runner from the baseline, no good. The rebound tipped out on top to Austin High. They'll maintain possession. Swing it over on the right side. Bounce pass down low. Double team, give and go, intercepted by Overhauser. Still with the dribble. Over on the left wing, deflected and stolen right back by Austin High. to the near side. Back and back out. This is Bellode with it. Well, that could have been an offensive foul not called. The jump shot blocked by Otero. As John said, he's got some jump, and he shows it right there, swatting it away. Fletcher with it now. Near side, Otero. Splits the defense, the runner up and in. Nico Otero with the big first step. And timeout taken by Austin High with 4:33 to go in this third quarter. The Maroons had pulled to within 3, but the Vipers have answered back with 6 unanswered points to take a 9-point lead here, 32-23. Don't forget the email is open, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. It'll probably take a while for people to get used to it. A lot of people don't even know we're broadcasting tonight, so. But happy to be back with you in 2022-23. I mentioned the first ever Vandegrift broadcast on the old KMAX Sports was a Vipers game against West in the playoffs. In 2010, KMAC came on board more or less full-time. We got football in the fall, and then I started doing basketball that year, and we've done it every year since. I had to step aside for a couple years and go do games out in Liberty Hill because I was working for a newspaper out there. But the Vipers have been on the network the entire time. We added baseball, I think, about 2 years later. We've done some soccer, we've done some softball, we've done some girls basketball. .433 to go, third quarter, 32-23. Vipers on top by 9, Austin High basketball. Here come the Maroons across the timeline, picked up by Fletcher. This is Ezzo with it. Give and go left side of the baseline. Cut off nicely by Overhauser, and Otero double team trapped him. Swing it over on the right wing. Forced down low and almost intercepted and thrown away, but a good effort there by Fletcher. He got the steal and the hand on the ball as he was falling out of bounds. Threw the pass back in, but it was out of bounds anyway. Out on top and batted away, and it'll be Viper basketball. Jump ball between Anderson and O'Shea, and the ball will go to Vandegrift with 4:12 to go third quarter. So a chance to build up a double-digit lead here for the Vipers. Fletcher across the half-court stripe. Over to Hatch. Double team trap. Over to Fletcher. There's a bounce pass over to Hatch. Ball kicked away, however, stolen by Austin High. Durst. Shot blocked from behind by Charlie Hatch, but they're going to get Charlie with the foul, I think. It's all right. It's a good foul. It's his first. That'll force him to the free throw line to shoot 2, where he is 1 for 2. Legend Durst. Good name. First free throw is up, and it is no good. So it turned into an even better foul here for Charlie Hatch. Hit 1 out of 2. 32-24, 8-point Vandegrift edge as Fletcher across the timeline with 3:44 to go third quarter. That ball is kicked, and it'll stay with Vandegrift. Telegraph that pass just a little bit. As Ashir Kawaha checks in for Otero. Otero's put on a couple of inches since last year. Kawaha over on the far side. Gets it back. Give and go. Over on the far side. 4-3. Off the iron short, but the rebound pulled down by Fletcher to save the possession. Down low on the right baseline. Back on top, Kawaha. Bounce pass over to the left side to Fletcher. Fletcher with it. Bounce pass in the corner to Hatch. Back on top, Fletcher. They'll reset. 3 minutes to go. Back to Fletcher. Thought about 3, pulls it down. Pass to Hatch on the left wing. Vipers being very patient here. Good defense by Austin High. Now Hatch will take a three from the left side. Off the iron, no good, but the rebound pulled down by Austin High. Good look. Shot just slightly off the mark. Here come the Maroons answering right to left. Shaking off the defense. Dribble drive on the baseline. Triple team on the baseline. Pass in the paint. And the shot no good. The rebound, that should be over the back. Not called. Tipped over to the Vipers. And Hatch comes away with it. Hatch, right with the pass. Kawaha driving the baseline, and that's going to be a blocking foul called on Weston Azell. That's his first. Be the team's second with 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Petrocelli checking back in for the Vipers. Anderson swings over to Hatch for three. Left side, rimmed out, no good. But saving the possession was Petrocelli. Comes in, makes an immediate contribution. Over to Hatch, to Otero, left side, drains it! Nico Otero with the three. 35-24, 11-point Vandegrift edge. Biggest lead of the night, matches it. Out on top they go. Almost poked away by Hatch in the paint. Durst off the iron, no good. Anderson battling for the rebound on the carpet. Kawaha comes up with it, gets it over to Hatch. Hatch will pull up jumper, free throw line, off the iron, no good. The rebound tipped. And out of bounds, it'll stay. Yeah, I think they're going to call over the back here on Petrocelli. Good call. Ball will go back to the Maroons with 1:45 to go in this third quarter. Maroons across the timeline. Otero with good, persistent defense, harassing him all the way. That's a travel, not called. Now a shot for three from the top of the key, rimmed out, no good. The rebound, Otero tipped it up in the air. They get it back to Austin High, and Otero's going to be called for the foul as he went to the block and came down on the back of Brady Young. That'll put Young to the free throw line. And it'll be the second foul on Nico Otero. By my count, nobody on either squad has more than two fouls, so nobody appears to be in foul trouble. Free throw up and short from Brady Young. Hits the second one. So Young hits 1 out of 2. Still a double-digit edge here for Vandegrift. Up by 10 with 80 seconds to go third quarter. Pass here to the near side. Back to Fletcher, now in the corner. Kawaha will pull up on the runner right side, no good. And rebound out of bounds, it'll go to Austin High. Vipers have gone a little cold here, got to rely on the defense. Otero harassing Azell once again across the timeline. Double team trap, and the ball poked away, but they get it back. Out on top to Belode. Belode working on Anderson. He kicks it over to Durst now on the far side. Vipers double team, aggressive trap. Durst for three, near side, off the iron, no good. The follow-up, no good, and a foul going to be called here on the Vipers. They're going to call that on Kawaha. I'm not sure what he did, but they're going to call it a shooting foul. And that will send Brady Young back to the free throw line, where a moment ago he was 1 for 2. First one's up and good. Hits 1 out of 2. Rebound pulled down, however, by the Maroons. Ball poked away. They get it back. Durst off the iron, no good, but another foul called on the Vipers. That one going to be called on Mark Fletcher. That is 3 on Mark. So the junior has to be careful here not to pick up that fourth foul. Durst free throw no good. He is just 2 out of 5. So Austin High helping the Vipers out with some poor free throw shooting. They're not going to get that lucky against other opponents. Hits the second one. So the Maroons pull back with an 8 here, 35-27. In the corner, almost throw it away, but they get it back. Anderson rolls it over to Otero. Thought about 3, pulled it down. Far side, Fletcher, bounce pass, Anderson. Anderson in the corner, Otero for 3. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Austin High, and Otero's going to be called for a push foul from behind. Trying to hustle to get the rebound. That is 3 on Otero by my count, with 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And that is the 8th Viper foul, so Austin High is in the bonus here. The 1-on-1 bonus with 13 seconds left. Only 2 team fouls called on Austin High. Liam Belode, his first charity toss of the night. And it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Fletcher. 10 seconds. Got to push it up here. Over to Anderson, far side. Anderson in the paint. 5 seconds. Corner. Kawaha for 3. Rattled around and fell away. No good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Vandegrift with 0.2 seconds left. Boy, that ball did everything but go down. 0.2 seconds. You got to just kind of tip it up in the air here. Fletcher to inbound it. Anderson up and in. Will they count it? They will! On the inbound pass from Fletcher to Mason Anderson. And the Vipers pick up 2 points the easy way. And they will take a 37-27 lead here at the end of the third quarter. Now the officials are going to talk about it. Hold on. Inbound pass. As soon as he got it, it left his hands. I don't know what more you can do. If you're not going to give him that, they may as well let the quarter expire. Now they wave it off. They wave off the bucket. So we've reached the end of the third quarter. Your score officially now 35-27. We'll take a break and be right back for the fourth and final quarter of Vandegrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
Texas Malibu is your exclusive dealer for the world's #1 water sports towboats, Malibu. Now with locations in Austin and Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, we cover all of Central Texas. Come see the enthusiasts at Texas Malibu in Austin or Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, or give them a call, 512-244-9777, or visit them online, texasmalibu.com. That's 512-244-9777. Then get on the water with your crew and make memories that'll last a lifetime.
8 minutes left here in this one. 35-27. Vandegrift on top. Merle Bertrand here with you as the Vipers lose 2 points on the reverse call at the end of the third quarter. It'll be Viper basketball for this final 8 minutes. Anderson, Fletcher, Otero, Overhauser, and Hatch, the starting 5 on the court to start this fourth and final quarter. Fletcher with it. Over to Anderson. Thought about 3, pulled it down. He's double team trapped by Durst and O'Shea. Looks like their starter's back on the court. Bounce pass in the corner, now on to Hatch. Out on top, Fletcher. Shakes up. Defense, Otero thought about 3, pulled it down. Fletcher. Cross court. Anderson for 3, left side. Rattled out, no good. And what do we got? They're going to get a foul called away from the basket. Offensive foul called on Adam Overhauser. That is his 3rd. And it'll be a 1-1 in the other end because that's the 19th foul called here on the Vipers. So at the free throw line is Samir Kassam. 5 points in the ball game. Free throw, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Fletcher. Fletcher over to Hatch. Picks up his dribble, bounce back to Fletcher. Top of the key. On the right wing. In the paint. The floater up, no good, too strong. Getting his own rebound, ball deflected back out on top to Fletcher. Fletcher will hit up a 3 from the top of the key. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Dylan Cachamo, who's checked in for Austin High. Under 7 minutes to go. Vipers lead by 8. And that ball is almost stolen away by Vandegrift. Good hustle, but it'll stay with the Maroons. Diving for the basketball was Adam Overhauser. Pass in the corner now. Overhauser pinning him against the corner. Lost the handle and Overhauser comes up with the basketball. Good defense there by Adam Overhauser. Hands it off to Hatch. Hatch out on top. Anderson swings it far corner. Otero for three. Drains it! Nico Otero with a big three. Puts some life back in the crowd. And puts the lead back up to 11, 38-27. There's an underhand scoop shot up and in. Acrobatic move there by John Torres, his first points of the night. 38-29. Vipers can afford to exchange baskets here, and coming up on the 6-minute mark. And that ball kicked away and stolen by Durst. Anderson pokes it away from behind, but they're going to call Mason Anderson on the foul. That is 3 on Anderson. So 4 Vipers with 3 fouls and a very one-sided foul count here tonight. And Coach Sierra, pointing at the scoreboard saying, look, it's 10-2 in foul count. Durst's free throw was short. That's one of the major reasons the Vipers still lead this ball game is they can't hit a free throw. As Graham O'Shea checking back in. A lot of points left on at the free throw line for Austin High. Durst, as is his average, hits 1 out of 2. 38-30, Vipers by 8. Inside of 6 minutes to go. Plenty of time left. Got to keep your foot on the gas over on the far side to Anderson. Anderson. Fletcher back over to Anderson. Perimeter passing here. Now on the right wing to Otero. Thought about 3. He pulled it down. And telegraphed that pass way too long. Intercepted by Austin High. And the shot is up and in. They're going to count the foul. Count the bucket, and the foul going to be called on Mason Alexander Anderson. That is his 4th. And at the free throw line, it'll be Graham O'Shea with a chance to complete the old school 3-point play. O'Shea at the free throw line and trying to complete the 3-point play, make it a 5-point game. He does. 38-33. And a timeout taken by head coach Jaime Sierra. With 5 minutes, 34 seconds left. He wants to get his team's attention here. Get them to settle down on offense. Pass the basketball better. Thanks again to Les Clary, keeping an eye and an ear on things tonight in our season opener. Again, football coming up Friday night from the Kelly Reese Athletic Center. Vipers against Converse Judson, the Rockets from San Antonio. In the area round of the 6A Division II playoffs. We will not be allowed to have the video on Vype due to the UIL and the deal that they cut with the NFHS, giving NFHS exclusive postseason video rights. So we will just have the audio broadcast on the Horn, 101.9 FM and AM 1260. And if you're out of state, you can listen at hornfm.com. We'll post a replay of that game on Vype Live, VYPElive.com, over the weekend. Viper basketball, 5 minutes, 34 seconds left. Otero, Fletcher, Hatch, Overhauser, and Ashir Kawaha on the court right now for the Vandegrift Vipers. Passing the near corner. Bounce back out to Fletcher. To Kawaha. Vipers taking a page out of the Leander playbook here. They're just going to try to kill some time with Mason Anderson on the bench with 4 fouls. Got to make some penetration here. There they do. To Hatch. Hatch shakes off the defense. Will back it back out. Bounce pass in the corner to Otero. Back to Fletcher. Fletcher to Kawaha. And the ball deflected and intercepted by Austin High. Chance to cut it to a one-possession game here. Dribble drive. Down low in the paint and stolen right back by the Vipers. Bad pass. Now the ball kicked around, but Vandegrift maintains possession. 4.5 to go. Hatch across the timeline to Fletcher. In the corner, Otero. Had a 3, but he lost the handle before he could track it down. Now he gets it back. Good pass down low to Overhauser. Goes up strong and draws a foul. Wow, that was a hard foul. Beautiful job by Nico Otero. He had a 3, but he realized Adam Overhauser was reading a book underneath the bucket, and he found him in a hard foul. I didn't see who the foul was called on, but Overhauser will go to the line and shoot 2. Big free throws here for Overhauser. Senior. First one is up and good. Don't want to jinx it, but Vandegrift is shooting free throws much better than they have in years past with this group. I jinxed him. I knew I shouldn't have said anything as Overhauser misses the second one. So the lead stays at 6. And the ball intercepted by Vandegrift. Hatch with it. To Fletcher. To Otero. Up and in. That Viper defense rising to the occasion. Nudges the lead back up to 8. 41-33 halfway through this final quarter. Vipers turning up the screws on defense. Cut off again. There's another bad pass. Austin High tracks it down. On the left post, double teamed. In the corner, cut off nicely. Good hustle by Otero. Top of the key, bouncing it back out. Teeing up a 3 from the top of the key off the iron, no good. The rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Austin High. What do you know? They can call fouls on the guys in maroon. Going to be called on Dylan Cachamo. And a timeout taken by Austin High with 3:31 to go in regulation time. Vandegrift leads it by 8, 41-33. Look at some of the Viper fans in attendance. A lot of students have left. It is on a school night. A lot, but not all. As you see the student section on the right side hanging in, supporting the Vipers. And here we go. Oh, good pass down low. Well, outran my camera shot as they find Adam Overhauser all alone under the bucket. And the Vipers have been able to rebuild the lead to 10 points. The perils of running your own camera. Ball call on Vandegrift. I think they may have called that one on Otero, but I'm not sure. If so, that is 4 on Nico. And at the free throw line is Graham O'Shea. First free throw, no good. Man, they have really helped out tonight. We're not going to get that lucky against other opponents, I can tell you. O'Shea's second free throw was up, and that one missed. Rebound Vipers. Long outlet pass on the left side. Anderson is back in the game. Give and go to Otero, up and in. (45-33). Biggest lead of the night for the Vipers. They lead by 12. O'Shea will pull up jumper right side. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Fletcher. And then a foul going to be called here on Graham O'Shea. That'll be 3 on him. 10 team fouls in Austin High, 5 on Vandegrift. As we are inside of 3 minutes to go. Inbound pass to Hatch. Hatch struggling a little bit, but keeps the dribble alive. Nice move there, gets it across the timeline. Much to the appreciation of the student fair. Give and go down low to Overhauser. Back out on top to Fletcher. They're going to play keep away now. Anderson. 2.5 left. Anderson with it. Back out to Hatch. Going to attack. Puts up the underhand scoop shot. No good. Looking for the foul. Wasn't called. Here comes Austin High on a 3-on-1 break. Shot high off the glass. No good. The rebound pulled down by Anderson. Look at him box out. Something John Hash talked about, the fundamentals. Not a lot of height, so you got to have good fundamentals. Anderson coming up in the 2-minute mark. Back over to Hatch. Hatch still with it. Inside of 2 minutes to Anderson. And that'll be a foul called on Dylan Dubrava, who's checked into the game. Foul number 6 on Austin High. They're going to have to probably foul quickly here to try to get the Vipers to the free throw line. They need one more to send Vandegrift to the line. Anderson gets it into Hatch. Back to Anderson. Surprised they're not fouling. Anderson still with it. They have the ball poked away, but they get it to Overhauser nonetheless. So back out to Hatch. Back to Fletcher. Fletcher on the attack. Back out on top to Anderson. He leans in. No call. Anderson will shake off the defense and lost the handle on the way up, and he draws a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on Uzel. And Mason Anderson has spent a lot of this game on the bench in foul trouble. Will go to the line here to shoot 2. Mason Anderson, the senior, at the line here for 2 free throws. And first one is up and rimmed out. No good. Ever since I said how good they're shooting from the free throw line, somebody put the lid back on the basket. So I reversed media jinx Mason that time. The second one drops. 13-point Viper edge, 46-13. So we're going to run the perimeter, 75 seconds left. The runner put up, and an offensive foul. Overhauser may have slowed that one a little bit. There was some contact, but it was kind of a glancing blow, and Overhauser flopped like an MLS player, draws the foul. Nice job, hey. There was contact, and Overhauser took it. Now Austin High applying the pressure, and the Vipers break it relatively easily. Hatch across the timeline. Looking for a pass to get it to. Gets it over to Anderson. 1 minute to go. Vipers in command here, up by 13. Have led most of the way. On the far side to Overhauser. Give and go to Fletcher. Back out on top to Hatch. 45 seconds. Half double team trap in trouble. Splits the defense and a timeout taken by Coach Sierra. With 42.7 seconds left in this one. So after the timeout, Anderson, Hatch, Overhauser, Otero, and Fletcher, your starting 5 on the court. Stick around post-game. I think Coach Sierra is going to come up and talk to us after addressing his troops in the locker room. So we'll stick around for a few moments after that. And we'll see if he remembers. 29 seconds. They get it to Hatch. Hatch, dribble, stop, dribble, stop. Still with it. 15 seconds. And they call 5 seconds on the Vipers. And the ball will go back to Austin High with 12 seconds to go. And ball poked away by Overhauser. Gets it to Anderson. He's going to dribble it out. And that is going to be your final score. So the Vandegrift Vipers open up the home court here at the Viper Pit with an impressive 46-33 win to improve to 2-0 on the young season. Congratulations to Coach Jaime Sierra and his Vipers. Off to a 2-0 start. We'll take an extended break and get the score numbers put together. Hopefully come back and hear from Coach Sierra. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the Vandegrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
It's never too soon to start teaching good savings and spending habits. Encourage early savings with a high-interest youth savings account from Southstar Bank and teach responsible spending in a safe environment with Southstar Bank's youth checking account. Southstar Bank youth accounts offer no minimum balance fee and no monthly service charge. Set your child on the path to financial stability. Open a Southstar Bank youth account today. Learn more about southstarbank.com/youth. Member FDIC.
Family time, anytime, always worth every dime. On our ways, chicken eat, unbelievable sweet tea. Express tenders, they're the best, not to mention all the rest. Chicken E's the place to go for all of us in the know. Plenty of sides to make a meal. Chicken E is for real. Follow me to Chicken E, gotta have their sweet tea.
Charlie Hatch with 8, all that coming in the first half. 9 points on the night for Adam Overhauser. 6 points for Mason Anderson, who spent a lot of the game on the bench in foul trouble, and 4 points on the night for Mark Fletcher. So just 5 Vipers in the scorebook tonight, but they got 46, which is more than the 33 that Austin High got. And at the end of the day, it will be a 46-33 win for the Vandegrift Vipers over the Austin High Maroons. And come on, Coach, don't hurt yourself. All right, let me know if you can hear me okay.
I can hear you.
We're pleased to be joined by Coach Jaime Herrera. And, when we were doing audio back in the early days, we could sit right down there at the scoring table. It's a lot easier for Coach Ellis to make his way over here. He didn't come up here as much just because of the reason you just discovered, stumbling up the stairs. That's a bit of a climb, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah. We took a little while to get up here, but we talk to our guys about toughness all the time, so we're not going to shy away from a climb.
You weren't on camera, so that's a good thing. Nobody saw it. Of course,
right.
I gave you away.
Yeah.
Boy, impressive performance. 46-33. They tried to make a couple of runs, and every time they did, you guys clamped down the defense and come away with a nice 13-point win. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, thank you. We really try to pride on our defense. Right when we first got here, we told the boys that's one of the things we're going to do. And to go back-to-back games, holding teams in the 30s at the 6A level is something that we're really proud of, and I think all the credit goes back to our guys. I think they've been playing extremely hard, executing the things that we're asking them to execute on defense. So we're really proud of our guys. It's been 2 good efforts to start the year.
The other thing I like to see is the unselfish play. A lot of good passes. You got guys with open shots, finding a guy that was closer for an even better shot. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, we preach on that too. Turn down a good shot for a great shot. Sometimes it's about you. Sometimes it's about somebody else. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to winning.
Right.
It doesn't really matter who is going to get the shot. We got a lot of good players, that we did not even put in the game tonight, and we got confidence in all of them. So we want the ball to move, and we feel like when the ball moves, we're better. So that's another thing we're definitely proud of.
I talk about that a little bit. John Hatch joined me in pregame and halftime, and historically there have been a bunch of football guys that don't join the program until later. Not so much this year, but talk about that cohesiveness. I mean, it's different with you coming in and taking over, so that's new. But these guys seem like seem pretty cohesive down there on the court.
Well, something else we talk to our guys all the time about, Merle, is that this school is special, and there is so much excellence across the board, and our football program is obviously the standard. So as we are trying to come in and put a new culture together, we will unapologetically try to steal as much of that culture
right.
as we can, because we want Vandegrift basketball to be talked about like Vandegrift football sooner rather than later. So.
Well, I know it's a school night, and I know you got some folks that you want to see down there. Anything else that you want to toss out there? Just kind of introduce yourself to everybody for the first time.
Oh, I just hope people know everybody. As I've met everybody around here in the Vandegrift community, I hope people know how appreciative I am and my family it is to be here. Like I said earlier, this place is special. This community is special. The things that we do with the number of kids that we have here, to me, are really mind-blowing. And we're working really, really hard to make sure the basketball program makes everybody proud. So,
well, off to a good start. Cedar Park, those two schools, you obviously know the history there. Don't like each other a whole lot. A lot of respect there at their place on Friday night. What can we look forward to in that game?
Yeah, like you said, I think Coach Brown is one of the best coaches in the state, and we got a lot of respect for that program. So. We got to look at him in a scrimmage earlier on in the year, and we just got to come out and do the things that we've been working on, continue to get better, and we should be okay.
I did their games for 3 years before Vandegrift even came online, so yeah, a good guy over there.
Absolutely,
so that should be a lot of fun.
Well, Coach,
congratulations on the win tonight, and it's been a pleasure meeting you. Looking forward to seeing a fun season here at the Viper Pit.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Thank you for being here, Merrill. Thank you for promoting our kids.
Be careful going down those stairs.
I will.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Jaime Sierra kind enough to join us here on the post-game show. So that's going to do it for us tonight. 46-33, the Vipers with an impressive win over the Austin High Maroons. For our QA tonight, Les Clary back at the comfy, cozy Vype Live studios, better known as his living room. Thanks to him for giving up his Tuesday night. Our technical director, Suna Vinca, Josh W., all the graphics and all he does for us. My better half, Christina Weber, who heads up our QA department. My name is Merle Bertrand, signing out here from the Viper Pit as we open up the 2022-23 season with a big win here.